Sister Wives. Villain Robyn's blaming Kody for everything in Season 19, and other times she's put him down. Hello guys, I am Jessica. Welcome to my channel. For the latest news update, please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. A Sister Wives Season 19 teaser has been released, and the drama is explosive, with Robyn telling Kody that she doesn't respect him anymore. This isn't the first time the demure brunette has called out her husband, even though they're supposed to be soulmates. Great couples stick together. It's them against the world. However, Robyn is still consumed with the women who have fled. She spends so much time thinking about them, letting the family's overwrought drama consume her. In the teaser, Robyn wore a toque as she stared down the husband who'd ruined 3 relationships for her sake. With Robyn egging him on, he'd done all he could to degrade and demean Mary, Christine, and Janelle Brown. As if that weren't enough, his relationships with their kids were hanging by a thread. To reward him for all of this mayhem, which led to Robyn's ultimate goal, monogamy, she told him Kody's damaged his reputation by humiliating good women. He tries to build himself up as his ego's so fragile, but there's really no way to gloss over the fact that he savagely attacked fundamentally innocent women who did all they could to protect him. This is a typical behavior that tells a story about Kody's character. Typically, good men try to take care of women, even if they don't really need that kind of help. They care about women and respect them. With Robyn influencing Kody behind the scenes, the patriarch has become a shockingly bad person, a mere shadow of the smiling and sweet person he was in earlier seasons. Also, the woman he did all of this to please is turning on him. That must make him very unhappy, no? Kody's not easy to get along with. He plays the victim, brags about his hot body, and won't face the truth about himself. He pushed those 3 women away. That wasn't their fault. However, despite doing all that he could to create emotional distance between himself, Christine, Mary, and Janelle, he never takes responsibility. In fact, he paints them as women who've alienated him from his own children, including Padron, as per the things. Good fathers are present in the lives of their children. They don't space out and stop trying. Kody's feuds with his kids show him at his worst, as a childish tyrant who forgets the role he's supposed to play. Kody is supposed to be the mature one. When the news of Garrison Brown's death broke, it was catastrophic. He passed away on March 5, 2024. Before his death, he was estranged from his father. While no one should be blamed for Garrison's passing, family problems were acting on the young man and making him more troubled. Kody Brown admits she's nervous to see how Sister Wives handles Garrison Brown's death. With Sister Wives' new season on the horizon, a member of the Brown family is speaking out. On a YouTube live with husband Tony Padron, Kody Brown shared her feelings on her family's greatest tragedy playing out on screen. The family came together earlier this year when Garrison Brown died by suicide at 25. The tragedy reverberated through the fragmented family. It's for that reason that Kody admits she's nervous how TLC will handle the sensitive subject. Noting that the season's press release mentions Garrison, but that the trailer doesn't address the situation, Tommy said he felt relieved for them. I'm happy they didn't talk about it at all in the trailer. I know they're going to talk about it, or mention it, or do something like in the honor of, but I hope they don't do too much. Because any involvement in the show, I know that not everyone was very happy about it. Kody says she doesn't love what she's heard about what's coming. Kody Brown said she was nervous about how they handled her brother's story, adding, I've heard a couple of stories about how they address his death in the season, talk about it, share it, and I don't love any of their ideas on it. She hopes that the tone of any story TLC touches on will be respectful and honor Garrison's memory. However, especially with Kody's estrangement from so many members of the family, it's hard to know what to expect. It's very unlikely I will like any of it, but I guess we'll find out what happens with it all. But I do hope whatever they do, it's respectful and it's about him. It's not about petty grievances or about anybody else or anybody else's. I hope it's just about him. I hope they do him that courtesy and that honor. But we'll find out. Mykelti also opens up about being confused about the timeline. Considering many of the other events it looks like season 19 will cover were filmed as far back as 2 years ago. This season was filmed like 2 years ago. So either they're going to end the season with his death, and they're going to match up the timeline, and they're speeding things up. Because that timeline doesn't add up with all the other storylines these sister wives fans themselves admittedly seem confused. Recently, an extensive fan-created timeline has been making the rounds online as teamwork helps them piece together events. Many agree that the timeline of the season ahead does seem weird in comparison to previous seasons. Some believe, however, that a lot may be crammed into this season in the event it's their last.